All right, here we go. Recording. Welcome to this edition of an Agency Elephant Workflow Wednesday call. My name is Matthew Hahn, and I'm joined by the also crooked nose Brian Blair. If you notice, we both have crooked nose. We both have broken our nose multiple times. Welcome to the Crooked Nose phone call support line. This is Workflow Wednesday call. We don't know what number
9,
it is.
10.
Maybe 9 or 10, maybe 11. So it's question mark call. This is the Crooked Nose call. Welcome. I'm going to share my screen here, and I'm sharing this one. Here we go. Welcome. Let me get off Lane Like a Chola because we don't need to hear that anymore. This is our Workflow Wednesday call. We are going to be going over how to build, edit, tweak, add, replace, remove, all things workflow, all things pipelines, all things pipeline automation or not automation, depending upon
And there's something new in the pipeline when you click that button.
Click that button, boy.
Click that button, boy.
All right, here we go. So Agency Elephant's pipeline is located over in the settings section. If you are new to your account and don't know where the settings section is, I'm going to zoom in on my screen here a little bit. And this is my new fast talking thing. Do you notice? I'm going to zoom into my screen a little bit. On the right side of the screen, we're going to notice the person icon, and that is your settings button over here. You go into the settings. Your pipelines are going to be located in your deal status right here. You're going to click into this. This is your pipeline. If you have multiple pipelines built into your account, it'll look something like this. However, we are going to do something today, and we're going to delete out some of these, okay? This is our workflow account. What we do is we spend half an hour building something out, and then the next week we go ahead and delete all the work that we did, and we do it all over again, and then we do it all over again and delete it out. So I'm going to show you how to build a pipeline. Okay, we have always used a service workflow pipeline as an example. Do you want to do a giveaway pipeline as an example?
Sure.
Or do you want to
Someone was asking about that just the other day, weren't they?
Yes. I posted a little video about it on our website or on our Facebook page, but I will show you how to build out a giveaway pipeline. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to look at your screen and say, well, what do I need to do? Well, I need to create a pipeline. Well, on our screen, we notice this little handy dandy button. That's a Blue's Clues reference, little handy dandy button. Add pipeline. We're going to click the add pipeline button, and we're going to say, what is this going to be called? Well, this is our giveaway pipeline. Right, we're going to type giveaway pipeline. We're going to title that give it a label, and it's going to be called giveaway pipeline. Pretty straightforward. We're going to hit submit. When we hit the submit button, pipeline's been created, but woe and behold, we don't have all of those added fields that were added predetermined by the system. We removed that so it was easier for you. Now the pipeline's been added. Well, Matt, I added my pipeline. Where is everything? Well, each pipeline has a status. These are all statuses. And you're looking at your pipeline over here. All of your buckets in your pipeline are called statuses. Okay. Deal status. That's why it is called deal status. This is the deal. These are the statuses. Okay. You need to start adding statuses. So on a giveaway, one of our things that we're going to do, and I just clicked that button without telling you, I apologize, sincerest apologies. You're going to hit the add status button. Okay. Add status. You're going to title this entered giveaway. What is the first thing that happens in your giveaway? Well, you want people to enter it, right? You want them to enter into the giveaway. Make sure you, son of a gun, I'm taking screenshots. Make sure you pick the pipeline you want to add this status to. If it doesn't have a pipeline, it's not going to show up on your screen. So make sure you click one. If you're like, Matt, I totally forgot to add a pipeline. What the heck do I do? Well, it's pretty straightforward. You just click the 0 pipelines, you type giveaway or whatever the pipeline name is and add it. Pretty straightforward. Okay. What's the next thing that happens on a giveaway after somebody's entered the giveaway? The goal is that they opt in for a quote. Okay. So if somebody responds, they opt in for a quote for more entries, you're going to type the name for that status and assign it to the giveaway pipeline, right? Pretty straightforward. Entered giveaway, opt in for a quote. You could also do a quoted button. I prefer to just move them straight to the proposal status in the other screen to get them out of there because my quote follow-up's consistent there. You could do a giveaway quoted status if you want. You could also do a status that triggers, your last chance for entries. This is your part of your giveaway drips. You're like, Matt, where are you coming up with all these things? Where are you coming up with them? Well, I am coming up with these things because this is your giveaway built for you all-in-one clone groups. Okay. In your built for you account, you've got a giveaway group, and these are your entered giveaway. The first step. The second step, last chance for entries. The third step, giveaways entered. The fourth step, opt in for the next giveaway. Okay, these are the steps. So I'm basically just marrying these steps with the pipeline. Okay, now that we have some of our statuses for our pipeline, how do we add automation to the back end of this? Okay, how do we add automation to the back end of this? There's a couple different ways to do this. Okay, these people might be customers or prospects. So I don't necessarily want to change their groups that are on their account. Most of the time you will say, Matt, every time you do a pipeline, you use this section. You're absolutely right, because I'm controlling service or sales. They're very separate, service and sales. Giveaways may not be as separate. You may have customers and prospects. I can't determine who those people are magically when they enter the giveaway, but I can just use this copy button here. So if they entered the giveaway, I want to copy them into the entered giveaway group. Copy them. They'll stay a prospect, they'll stay a customer, they'll stay whoever the heck they are. I don't want to copy them into that group. Okay. This has a move option, but we're going to use copy because we don't want to change.
So copy will just add them to the new group that Matt selected. If we move them, it removes whatever group they're on and adds them to the next group, and we don't want to do that. So that's why you're going to select copy here.
Correct. The other quote is for opt-in for quotes. You don't necessarily have to have automation attached to this, because someone says, yes, I want extra entries. Well, then the hand gets put back on the steering wheel and you're like, great, what do you want us to quote? I see a lot of people on giveaways, and we're kind of leaning away from the workflow side of this because it's not a big workflow build out, but it's important. A lot of people get really in the weeds on giveaways and they want everything to do it on its own. So when someone says, yes, I want a quote. Well, what kind of quote do you want? Well, I want a home quote. Great. We'll fill out this form, and it's all on autopilot, all on drips. Fill out this form so I can quote you. Instead of just making it really simple, someone responds, they want the extra entries. Awesome. What are we quoting today? Auto, home, life? I'm going to quote an auto. Great. I'm going to need some information. Can you provide this information? Name, phone number, date of birth, not phone number, name, date of birth, address, driver's license number.
That's the fun part about being an agent, I feel, is having opportunities and having that back and forth.
Yeah.
Like I personally wouldn't want to automate that, but because I think it's the thrill of the hunt.
You're like, yes, I got him on the hook.
Fresh blood.
Fresh meat. No, it's always interesting to me because they're like, great, if they answer yes, I want to send links to have forms so they can fill out all the information, because I need so much information. I need to know what the roof is, I need to know what the siding is, I need to know what the foundation is. And it's like, no. You can create, based upon your knowledge as an insurance agent, some type of relatively quick quote. And if there are pieces you need, like you actually really truly need the siding material like Brian does, or you really truly need the roof material because it makes a big impact, simply ask via text message. You do not need to create this whole, like I've been on phone calls with people on white gloves with people that are doing giveaways where it's like, we've got 30 questions on this form for a home quote. Ain't nobody doing it.
Nope.
But they will jump on a 5-minute phone call to gather that info. Not that big of a deal. So pipelines, last chance for entries is a copy. Actually, in this case, this gets a little dicey. Because if I I could copy them into this giveaway last chance for entries. They're going to keep their giveaway one entered group on here, which means you're definitely going to want to make sure your time frames on your giveaway are reviewed. So when you're reviewing this giveaway, you're like, well, how long are they followed up with entering into well, it's 7 days. Great. Because if I put them into the last chance on day 3, they're still going to get this message from the other one, which we don't want them to get. So make sure your timelines are accurate for when you want to do your giveaway. And if you're doing your giveaway for less than a week, you're probably doing it wrong.
Agreed.
Probably. So workflows. This is how you build out your workflow over here for a giveaway under settings, deal status. First thing is to create your pipelines. Next thing is to add the statuses. And if you're doing a giveaway, use this copy feature in the middle. I know I always beat the drum about the move automation, but if you notice that first word there is move, I do not want to change groups on these specific contacts. Use the copy button. Okay. It will trigger that automation in your campaign section. Have you been monitoring the chat?
The last thing I see is Josh Jacks with a Micro Machine YouTube video, I believe. I haven't been able to click on it because then it will play the audio. So I'm
I'll
hoping
watch it
that's
later.
what it is.
I'll watch it later.
Yep, I'll watch it
Any
later.
questions about some of that? We went through it really quickly, really briefly. We are going to have some updates on our pipelines in the future here. Our 2022 is focused on system ease of use, making Agency Elephant be as simplistic as possible and as easy to use as possible. So there are going to be some changes coming down the pipeline over the next couple quarters.
But without losing its power.
Yeah,
also.
we're not going to change features. We're just going to change usability. We're going to change some usability features. Our pipeline's going to take a little bit of an overhaul. Contact view is going to take an overhaul. Campaigns, there's going to be a lot of things that are taking overhauls, but it will all make all of our lives a hell of a lot easier and better. Questions about workflows?
You might notice that when he added that workflow and that pipeline, all that stuff, it didn't add 5 or whatever the number was, different categories. That was something that I feel was confusing for a lot of people. They'd go and create a new pipeline and then they'd have 5 blank statuses that they would have to do something with. And if they didn't want them, they had to delete them. And so we went to development and just had it to where when you add it, it's just single line stuff now. So you can build it. If it's only a 3-step pipeline, you got your 3 steps. Want a 12-step pipeline, you can do that too. You just got to click that button 12 times.
Yep. Dude, if I had a pipeline that was 12 statuses, that'd be a big pipeline.
Yeah, it can get kind of jumbled. You know, like when you're toggling back and forth and you're viewing both your sales and service, it's a lot. It's a lot of information.
Yeah, but if you want a true screenshot of your agency, it'll give you a good pulse of what's going on.
Yep.
Yeah, workflows, they're one of the more underutilized aspects of Agency Elephant, but are one of the most effective in controlling your office culture, your time management, what's a priority in your agency to get done. Like there's been so many times, even recently, that I've dropped the ball on priority things because I failed to put them in my workflow because I was busy doing something at that time. I forgot to put them in my workflow. And there's been so many times I've dropped the ball just because it's not on my radar and it doesn't feel good.
Nope.
No. Pretty quick workflow call today, unless we got questions.
It was quick.
Adam Ryder said he can't hear me.
I can hear you.
Yeah, Adam, figure your life out.
I think it was when you were sitting back a little bit.
Dude, my back has been such a mess for the last 6 days. I don't know what I did to it.
Old age, my friend.
It's catching up to me.
I do want to mention that on our discovery call for prospective new Agency Elephant users, we had someone on today that said they were a fan of Matt and I, and I'm still kind of riding that high a little bit.
Feeling good right now. I'm gonna call my wife when I get off the phone. I said, buckle up, lady, because I got a fan.
No, we are not starting an OnlyFans.
No one wants to see that.
I don't think so.
Lean in. Ryder, what do you think about my stash? I trust his opinion.
I think he's just going to remain silent.
I mean, he probably should.
Yeah.
Other than that,
anything else when it comes to pipelines, workflows, deal statuses, all that stuff?
We are going to shift gears to go into a different series because we've been beating the drum on workflows, and I feel like we've really delivered a ton of information on workflows, and I'd like to move on to another topic. The 70s called nice, I know. I want to move to another topic, but I really want to leave it up to the audience on what that topic will be. What should we discuss or go over in detail in a series? Because when we first started the workflows, it was hard to cram it in a call. Now we're doing it in 14 minutes and going over strategies of giveaways at the same time. I feel like we have exhausted the workflows for right now.
Well, the content's there. It's rewatchable. You can
Yeah.
go back and listen to all 9 or 10 or however many,
Or
you know,
question mark.
or question mark.
Yeah. So what do you guys want to go over next? What would be a good series of trainings to go over on our next series of calls? We really like to have things to discuss with you and provide to you, as opposed to jump on these training calls and hope somebody gives us something that they need help with. We want to bring you something pre-prepared that we've thought out, that we've gone over on how we want to deliver it to you. What's the best way to do it? Flying by the seat of your pants is fun, but I'd rather not.
No comment.
All right, I guess I'll come up with something, and I'll create. Well, I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Doing it live.
Oh,
We certainly
gosh.
could. Is that
Oh.
it? Is that how we're ending this?
I feel like I've looked more wrinkly lately.
You do. You look greasier too.
Okay, first off, my hair's still wet. I took a shower this morning. Have you ever heard of one? I took a shower this morning, and I have hair, so it stays wet. But I feel like I've been getting a lot more wrinkles in my face lately.
If everyone could do like a control print screen of Matt's face right now, and then go back to like his first YouTube videos and just do a compare and contrast. The elephant has aged Matt very.
It's aged me quickly. I can even pull up a picture of myself to show you what I looked like prior to Agents the Elephant. And there was a time when I wasn't so aged, but there are some pictures when I look at my profile that are like, oh man, you have aged. Let me find a good one.
And somehow we still have people on the call still waiting for this picture. I don't know what. Slow day at the office for some people.
Slow day at the office, because oh man, I'm going through some pics here, and there's some old ones. Yeah, I've aged a little bit.
Yeah, there's some
It
users.
hasn't been good. Like,
No.
look at this picture. Yeah, I've aged a little bit.
Yep, a little bit.
I've aged a little bit. And
How far after this picture was taken did you buy the van that says free candy? And that's how we're ending the call.
And thank you for joining the Crooked Nose phone call. This is Matt. I appreciate you attending. Crooked Nose signing out.